This is the Lectric XPeak electric bike, and today we're going to review it. It's got a couple of interesting features, including an RST Renegade front suspension, and the 1310 watt electric motor has something called a Stealth M24 technology. We'll check that out here soon. MSRP on this e-bike is $2,126, but it is on a significant discount in the link below this video. But do not buy the Lectric XPeak just yet. We got to crack this thing open, take a closer look at it, then take it out for a full review and see what this thing is made of. Packaged up pretty nicely. Check this wheel out here in a minute, but first, this thing out of the box. And here's what it's looking like when we get out of the box. Lectric has these ties, so you don't even need scissors. And this is the high step. They do make this bike in a step through, which you can see in the link below this video in the description box. Battery is semi-frame integrated, comes with a set of Lectric keys. So pop that battery off. It is a 48 volt, 14 amp hour, 672 watt hour energy battery. Of course, you can charge it either on the bike or off the bike. And the official weight of it is 8 pounds and 0.2 ounces. A little bit smaller battery helps keep the weight down. What are we gonna charge it with? Comes with some replacement parts in case you need them. And a set of pedals. They are metal pedals, relatively thin, and some metal cleats on there to help grip into your shoe. Grippy, but can be a little dangerous. Charger is, it is a 2 amp charger. So 14 amp hour battery divided by 2 amp charge rate would be about 7 hours to charge from completely empty to completely full. And it comes with a slice of pizza. No, that's not pizza. It comes with a seat. Seat is branded Lectric, very wide, flat, straight across, little lip on the back. Actually feels like a nice seat. Quick release clamp to easily adjust. Dang, that thing's pretty long. And this is what they call a hardtail e-bike, meaning there is suspension on the front, no suspension on the rear. Having no suspension on the rear does help keep the weight of the bike down. Also helps you be a little bit more efficient when pedaling. But if you do want to put a suspension C-post on this bike, you can just barely see it, but it does say it is a 31.8 millimeter diameter C-post. So if you want to get a suspension C-post, that's the diameter you're going to want to get. Here's what the rear rack looks like. Comes installed on the bike. Rated for a max carrying capacity of 60 pounds. Got a couple eyelets on the rack and a light on the rear with a wire leading to the battery, so it will be integrated into the battery. Rack does mount onto the frame with these eyelets, and we are running hydraulic disc brakes with 180 millimeter rotors. Here's a quick peek at the M24 Stealth electric motor. Fire that up here shortly. Oh, do we have a little helper back here? We'll take a look at those gears in a minute, but first, let's poke our head up here at the RST Renegade suspension. Renegade. There is a preload adjustment on the left stanchion, and I actually like that they have this little thing. Usually these things are really hard to rotate, but that makes it actually easy to do. And the right stanchion has an adjustment for compression. This will be your main adjustment. So we'll try that out when we get outside. But first, let's look at the handlebars. So we do get ergonomic rubber grips. Pretty squishy feeling. Here's where we'll adjust our pedal assist. And the screen we're working with. Power that on shortly. And the left side of the handlebars reveals we will be working with 7 gears. And we have a throttle on the right. Throttle does have like a little bit of curve to it. Almost seems like it's designed to be kind of like ergonomic. And of course, this entire bike is rolling on 26-inch tall, 4-inch wide knobby tread tires. Chow Yang. The rotor on the front is also a 180 millimeter. And this electric bike has a through axle. And that through axle will have a quick release lever. The through axle is a little bit stronger than a typical axle we see on these e-bikes. And I think this is the first through axle I've ever seen that has a quick release on it. So that quick release will make it a little bit easier to pop your wheel off. In case you're gonna load it up in a car or something, you can reduce the weight of your bike by about 10.2 pounds. Which, speaking of weight, wonder how much this thing weighs. Today, my weight is 191.4. Picked this bike up, and now, oh my goodness, a little bit of weight to it. Now we are clocking in at 248.2. So you got that number plus the weight of your wheel and tire, weight of your battery, that's the weight of everything. We also have a plastic fender, which what the heck, let's weigh it, 11 ounces. And pedals, it all adds up, right? Oh yeah, there's actually a patent on this through axle with the quick release. See that? Or 2122, I guess it's been around for a while. I'm late to the game. Through axles are always easiest to put on with a friend. So you roll that up there, push it on in through. That'll do it, thank you ma'am. So fairly interesting design here. Nice, that'll do it. Yeah, and speaking of interesting, Lectric has an interesting way of attaching their pedals. Check it out, it goes in like that. and clips right on. So you can easily pop these things off and on. We get a big old headlight up front on the handlebars, mounting points for a rack on front, mounting points for a water bottle here, and 3 more eyelets right here. So we'll pop the battery on. And the high step version of the bike, which we have here, is rated to fit a rider 5'7" to 6'5", max payload of 330 pounds. But as I mentioned, if you click the link below this video, you can also see the step through variation, which the step through has the same max payload capacity, but the rider height is 5'2" to 6'3". So I'll show you what a 6'5" dude looks like on this bike. Whoa, with the seat on maximum height. So, yeah, the seat comes up quite high. So I can definitely get a proper leg extension with a 34 inseam with the seat on maximum height. Puts me in an aggressive riding position so I can put the power down and then pedal. Grippy pedals, I can feel the grippy. If you are 6'5", you might want to get a little bit of a stem extender to get the proper reach. Here's my standover height of the bike. Plenty of room there. Seat on minimum height. Comes way down. Step level frame. Off and aboard. What I look like on this bike. My pedal stroke. Renegade fork feels nice. So let me show you the other side of this electric bicycle. And then we'll fire it up. So here are the 7 gears on the cassette. Derailleur guard comes installed to help protect your tourney derailleur. Kind of cool looking little frame protector here from the greases of the chain. And not sure on the size how many teeth are on this chain ring. We'll see how the gearing is while riding. There is a guard on both sides of it to help keep that chain from falling off while riding. And I did want to show this throttle a little bit closer up. A little bit of ergonomic shape to it. And we'll go ahead and power up that display. Press that power button. You might have to take it out of like a sleep state. Now let's go ahead and fire up that display. Boom, there we go. So we get a basic Lectric branded display. Gives us energy bar up at the top, so battery life, speed, pedal assist level, miles, then you can tab through your options here. So trip, voltage of the battery, 48 volt battery charge to max would be 54.6, so we'll top that off. I'd have to say this full battery bar is a little bit optimistic, saying 51.5 is full. And we get the current output of the motor, so voltage times current is power. This is like an indication of how much power the motor is putting out. Nice stuff to see. I like this display. It's basic, no color, nothing fancy, but it has all the essentials. Then pedal says 0 through 5. It is stamped as a class 2 electric bike, top speed of 20 miles an hour, 750 watt. My guess is that's what the settings out of the box are, but there's these advanced settings if you hold down plus and minus. Of course, you have this big old headlamp. If you press and hold the plus button for about a second or two, it'll kick that light on. Not sure how many lumens that is, but Dyson. Also kicks on your rear light, which if you grab a brake lever, it does not light up any brighter. Let me actually turn that light off by holding the plus button. Grab a brake lever. Does not have a brake light on this electric bike. Don't say I wasn't thorough. So let's see what this M20 motor sounds like and what it's all about. People always ask, how loud are these hub motors? Can you hear the birds chirping when you're riding? Generally, they're pretty quiet. Usually these 750 watt, 1300 watt max motors are a little bit louder. Let's see what this one sounds like on pedal assist 5. And then that clicking you hear is just the cassette. So pretty quiet. All right, dudes. Oh, wrong spot, wrong spot. All right, dudes, let's take out the Lectric XPeak. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up on a full charge. And of course, we're gonna check our official distance on the Strava. And rolling into this tunnel here, here's what the light is looking like in a pretty dark environment. And of course, the very first test we're gonna do on the Lectric XPeak is the 20% grade on throttle. Only throttle on the right. I weigh 200 pounds, no pedaling, full throttle from a dig. Can it climb the 20% grade under throttle only? We're pulling our way up 6 miles an hour, 5 miles an hour, and I did not pedal at all. Did hear a little bit of a rattle coming down there. Whoa, 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 whoa. So of course, if you did use that pedal assist feature to help climb a little bit, that'd certainly help you out here just a little bit. Pulling this up 9 miles an hour. Woo. We can skate on through here just barely. And we do have that basic display. Can you see it with the polarized lenses? Heck yeah, you can. So I am noticing if you bump it on down to pedal assist 1, the throttle will give you less power, so it makes it a very manageable and easy bike to ride with throttle only. Sometimes you'll get access to all the power no matter what pedal assist you're on with throttle. This one does not work that way. And the gearing ratios on this electric bike appears that it will be geared for maybe a little bit slower speeds. This thing does top out at 20 unless we change it. We'll try and change that a little bit later. It's gonna bump this seat up just a little bit. I'm not gonna bring it all the way up. So from a dig here, let's try pedal assist 1, and it'll kind of ease on that power. Let's tab on over to current there. So it shows we're getting about 5 amps of current, and it'll cut us off at right around 9 miles an hour for pedal assist 1. So you can keep this thing pretty gentle and chill if you want to. Let's try pedal assist 2. So 10 amps of current, that'll take us on up. Steady 10 amps of current here. Bumping on into gear number 4. About 15 miles an hour. What's going on with my GPS there, dude? We're not going 4 miles an hour. So for a taller dude, the seating position on this bike definitely gets you up on the handlebars a little bit. So not an aggressive riding position, but definitely helps you get a little bit forward on the handlebars to help put down a little power through your pedals, get a little bit of exercise in. If we're on pedal assist 2, let's go ahead and smash that throttle and stop pedaling. So it'll keep us pinned right at 14 miles an hour. So it is a cadence sensor. It doesn't matter how hard you press on the pedals because it is not a torque sensor. Now let's bump it on to pedal assist 3, see what that does. So pedaling on gear number 5, pedal assist 3, that's giving us 15 amps of current here, and that'll take us up to, we are in top gear of 7, pedal assist 3, 19 miles an hour. Now since this electric bike ships as a class 2, we probably won't be able to go over 20 unless we unlock it. Let's go ahead and throw it on pedal assist 4 and see what it does while pedaling. That will take us up to 20 even and cut us off. So pedal assist 5, pedaling, this is just what we got here. 20 miles an hour, and if we do throttle only, 20 miles an hour. So I'm guessing we can get into the settings there and unlock this bike. Beautiful day here in Southern California. I got the Ferrari California drop top. Or he's got it, we don't got it, he's got it. So going into a corner here, having your weight more up on the handlebars does give you a little bit more control and precision over turning as compared to a bike where you're more like laid back. And we have that Renegade front suspension, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn it. Wait, is that down? Yeah, soft. Turn it soft here for doing a little bit of off-roading. So since your weight is up on the handlebars a little bit, you will be able to make better use of that front fork, that front suspension. Felt decently decent going on over all that. And we'll go ahead and pop out here in traffic with a top speed of 20, see where we end up. We'll be on the shoulder for now, which thankfully we do have these fat 26 by 4 inch knobby tires for doing a little off-roading over here on the shoulder. And since we only have 20 miles an hour right now, I'm actually gonna do the off-roading section here. And nimble enough to get out here and do a little lane splitting today. No way we're gonna make this slide, dude. Throttle, throttle, throttle. Oh, we got this, we got this. So let's go ahead and get a 0 to 20 acceleration in on our drag strip. Somebody has it blocked off up here, but let's see what we can do. GPS here and throttle only, ready, go. 13 amps, 20 amps, 24 amps, 24 amps of current, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it's a powerful bike and delivers the power in a somewhat gentle fashion. Get you going as fast as you need to go on an electric bike, really. Of course, that was without any pedaling. Oh, a little bit of air right there, baby. So that front suspension, man, I'd say it's definitely better than what we see on an average electric bike I review. And it might not be the fastest e-bike I ever rode, but we can just kind of throttle it, not even pedaling, past a normal cyclist. How about that? And let's go ahead and do a top speed run on this thing. In order to unlock the top speed, you need to hold plus and minus, get into the settings here, tap power until you get over to P8 and change it to 100. Let's give her a rip from 0, ready, go. So 13 amps, 20 amps, 24 amps of current on 48 volt battery, 20 on throttle. So let's go ahead and start pedaling now, see if that gives us, oh yeah, a little bit of more juice here, bringing on us up to 23, 24, 25, 26, and I can actually still keep up with the pedaling, 27, 28 on the onboard, 27 according to my GPS, and it's starting to cut our power now, giving us 14 amps of current. So this is a by the book legal class 3 electric bike according to the numbers. Class 3 allows you to go up to 28 with pedal assistance or 20 on throttle only. Not for sure on the wattage limits there, but let's go to the beach. Try it on some flat sand here in a little bit. I'll try this on some flat sand right now on these knobby tires. Whoa! So I'll go ahead and bump it on down a few gears here and try not to hit that track there and ride it on up this. Yeah, plenty of power on this bike. Now, it is a hardtail, so riding over this rather harsh surface here, you gotta get off the seat for sure, but that front suspension, you can make good use of it, putting a little bit of weight up on your arms. You could always throw yourself a suspension seat post on this thing if you really want to maximize full comfort. Now, of course, you will get a little bit of pedal bob in on your bike if you do throw a suspension seat post on there. What's happening in the neighborhood today? So let's crank this thing up to pedal assist 5, get out here on the boardwalk behind the polices here just a little bit and see how we can do busting on through this sand, getting down here. So we're throttle only, pedal assist 5, and I have not started pedaling this thing at all. We are on the ideal tire setup here, 26 inches tall, 4 inches wide, knobby tread. And once we get down here, obviously we're gonna be just cooking, throttle only. Got the fenders on there, and I am liking that this e-bike has these metal pedals on there. They do feel like a little bit more grippy than the typical pedals we get to try. And coming on up here, I am pedaling this thing just a little bit. Where is my exit? It's over here somewhere. So pedaling on through here, 10 miles an hour, 11 miles an hour, and on gear number 2. So pretty powerful bike. We could get back on the boardwalk here. I'm gonna keep going out here just for a minute longer though. Why not? So yeah, pretty torquey motor, and it is actually like a pretty quiet motor. I don't really hear it making much noise back there at all. How do we get back to where we need to go here? Throttle only, 24 amps. Chilling it out here on the sand as expected for a 750 watt nominal hub motor. 25 amps of current, big knobby tires. So now we're gonna do the California Incline, 12% grade, 85-foot climb. We'll see what kind of number it does on the battery. The first section we're gonna hit here is the loop-de-loop, and we'll do throttle only. We'll toss this 3, I'll bump it on to 5, give us all the power. Voltage sagging us down. Oh, I gotta let off here. So what happens if we kind of let off and come to a stop on a hill? Full throttle, not pedaling, it can pull us on up. Something's rattling a little bit back there. I think it's like maybe like a loose bolt somewhere maybe. And it looks like somebody's doing a little camping right here or something. Somebody made a mess, dude. What in the world is going on around here? Hitting the main section of the California Incline, throttle only. Bump it on over to current mode. We're doing 24 amps of current, 11 miles an hour, 12 miles an hour, 15, 16, 17, and it's going to start reducing our power here shortly because it'll top us out at 20, 18, and it dials it back to 23 amps, 24 amps. So we're doing 18. What if I start ghost pedaling just a little bit here, not actually pedaling it at all? Yeah, we're topping out right around 18.8, 19 miles an hour for the California Incline, not helping it at all. So let's head on down the California Incline, try these brakes at the bottom of the California Incline. We are rolling on 180 millimeter hydraulic brakes. Don't recall seeing the brand on them. Back brake is on the right on this bicycle, and let's give them a little bit of a pull here. So these 180 millimeter hydraulic brakes are just about all you really need on a fat tire e-bike like this. So we'll give them a quick little test here from about 20 miles an hour. Yeah, they'll get the job done. So we are currently sitting at about 47.8 volts. I say that's about half charge on this battery halfway through this ride. We're gonna head on home, check the final range, but first, let me share my final thoughts on the Lectric XPeak.
So the normal list price of this e-bike when it's not on sale is $2,126, which I would say is a little bit high, but they do have a promotion going on, and the link below this video in the description box is a pretty significant discount. I think it's like 700 bucks off, and they have a free battery included with your e-bike if you buy one. So if you are gonna buy this electric bike, if you did buy it through the link below the video in the description box, that would help support my reviews here on this channel and also give you the best price. Things that I like about this bike, I like that through axle up front with the quick release lever. I like the pedals on this bike. They really plant onto your feet very well. They're sticky and grippy. The display is functional, it works. Not the prettiest I've ever seen, but you know, gets the job done. And of course it is a pretty torquey, pretty peppy electric bike. Well, the power delivery isn't like, you know, crazy strong, but it's, you know, pretty capable of riding in the sand and climbing hills, riding off the road. So all around, pretty solid electric bike. Let's head on home, take a final race. Ooh, nice Ferrari there, man. All right, dudes, just rolling back into the neighborhood here. Hour and 33 minutes ride time, almost 18 miles on the odometer. Air speed 11.32, and we are showing on the battery here, it's saying 3 out of 10 bars. And our voltage readout here is 45.3, so nominal voltage on a 48 volt battery is 48. I'd say that's about accurate actually. And I was heavily relying on throttle, pedal assistance, didn't really put a whole lot of effort in today's ride. So if you do want to grab a Lectric XPeak, buy it through the link below this video in the description box. That would help get you the best price and also help support my reviews here on Tailhappy TV, and I greatly appreciate your support. However, if this is not the kind of electric bicycle you're looking for, watch this video next. Get you over there, dude.